time to go fishing. Let's go get it on and get some big ones. Come on. Look at that. There we go. There we go. As I was saying, it's a flathead sitting right on that log. Now that is the one you want for the pot, and that one is going home with me today. We may even do a little bit of a hook and cook show on this one, just to show you that I do eat fish, right? But there it is, beautiful fish, and it has good, beautiful fillets on the back there. Now I'm going to keep this one in the live well, but that's cool. Check that out. Awesome. 1 or 2 of those would make a good meal tonight. Get it out. Got so many doing this. There we go. And I'm going to turn the boat around so the sun's not shining directly in the camera. Well, very lively, and it's going to go in the live box right now because we're doing the hook and cook today. I'm going to have to retie. Look at that, it's all shredded and everything else. I just retied this bait, but there it is, a beautiful flathead up the Coolum Creek, and 2 beautiful fillets on the back there are going to come with me today, and we're definitely going to cook those up. That's about the right size you want if you want to go and get a good hook and cook, and I will show you later on how to fillet one of these. So beautiful fish, let's get it in the live well. Let's get back at it. Yes, please. So after the catch today, I mean, you see a beautiful sunset out here. Just look at how beautiful it is. And I've just come to the boat ramp here in Blythe. It's a stunning evening. Here we're gonna just quickly gut these fish out. There's 2 nice fillets on the back there, and I'm just gonna quickly show you guys how to do that. So we've got one over there and the second one over here. I know, I look absolutely stunning, don't I? I mean, this is what you look like after a day of fishing, right? So guys, let's get into it. I'll show you how to break these down. So here you go, guys. Check it out. This is what you need. A good set of knives. You need some scissors sometimes, but for this, just a good filleting knife will get you through it, and you can cut these off really nicely. Check this out. So with these poor fish, you use the back of the knife over here to knock them out. I'm not going to show you how that's done, but you need to knock them on the back of the head like that, and that obviously will end them, and then you can start cutting them. Okay, that's done nicely now, and you can see them sitting here beautifully, and now it's time to cut them. So basically you need to go back behind the gills first of all, and just cut back on those gills, cut back to the head just like that, and then the other side as well, back to the head. Nice sharp knife, this one, and try and take off all the fins and everything else. Fins on the bottom here as well can come off as well. And just break that back. Now you can get at the meat. Alright, so here you go, just straight on the back, and try and just get that knife to go in. Plenty scales and stuff. And once it's in, it's good, and you just go along the spine nicely. And then there's some ribs just over here, and you've got to work around those ribs. It's just around those ribs on the side. Just got to find them, and there's a little flap there, and you just got to work that on the side. See those ribs there, and I'm just going around the ribs. Okay, then I cut down the fish nicely along the spine, as tight as you can go. Just sort of work the meat away from the spine. There you can see those ribs inside there, which you have to cut around. So you go on the inside of those, cut nicely, separate it all the way down. There you go, getting it to the tail, nice and all the way down there. And then you can just chop that end piece off over here, because you're going to need that to flap back. You can see how I've separated that now all the way down to the bottom, and there's your fillet coming together. You can just see in there, you get your ribs at the side. You got to work the knife sideways over those ribs to try and separate it from the rib cage. You might need a stronger knife just to cut that skin at the bottom. Just cut it away. There you go, look at that coming out nicely. Okay, you can see your fillet starting to merge there beautifully. Use your knife now, and you've got to work it along the edge of those ribs, just away, just like that. See, try and get as much meat as you can. There it is, it just comes away. Keep working it. It'll make like a little Y piece at the top, and just keep working it away. And then you've got to try and go around the other side. Right, now I've got to try and get underneath that meat that's there. See, I've made a nice little clearing there. Very good. Now I've got to go the other way around and try and get the blade to go upwards and cut away from the bottom. There's a piece of meat there. Just going along the other side of the ribs now, trying to get that piece of meat to come off nicely. There, so you've now separated that. There you go. So these are the ribs over there. You can see them, and you've worked it away. Try and get as much meat as you can coming out of there. There's your fillet starting to emerge. Right, and there's one, and you can see that there. But you can see how we've cut around that rib, so we've got all the meat around that, which causes a wire. So all you got to do now is you grab the back, come down on it, and you slide that blade up and across like this. Slide it along the skin, and pull the skin as you go. See how that just pulls it nicely away. Try and get it as close as you can. I'll try it the other way as well, just so I don't waste any. There you go, and you just keep pulling away at it. And there you go, and that pulls away. There's a little bit of meat there. I want to keep that, obviously. Any little other bits, definitely would like to keep anything I can. Little giblets on the side, there you go. And that's one skinned over there. Okay, skin is done. And there is one that we will wash off later. So we've got some good flathead there. and now we repeat. There we go, just give them a good wash down, and if there's any excess bones like there is there, you can try and take those out. There we go, beautiful meat. Of course then, always remember to bring a bag to actually put your fish into, and that'll fit beautifully into there, nice ziploc, and you can freeze this and keep it for however long you want. But the fillets themselves are just absolutely stunning. Once they get in that pan, they swell up beautifully and they're really crisp. There you go, guys, look at that. That's a nice little feed for me for tonight. Very cool. And yes please, nice to finally have a bit of hook and cooking on my shows, because I generally always put the fish back and people always ask, why on earth do I throw the fish back? Well, there it is, guys, our first fish, and we're going to cook them up in the pan. Let's go check how that turns out. So here we are, guys, back at the spot, and I've just set up to cook this wonderful flathead. What a great day out in the water, and we don't really want to complicate things after a big day out like that. So we're going to be cooking this flathead very simply, and here it is, lovely in the packet, all fresh, ready to go. I'm going to couple that with a little bit of a Caesar salad, easy to get on the way home. Again, make it easy. It's been a big day out there. We're going to do it on the pan over here, and I'm probably just going to use a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of seasoning, salt and pepper, and of course finish it off with some lemon. Bring those flavors out that flathead is famous for, and enjoy the meal. Check it out. Let's see how I do it. So here we go, guys, we have it out of the packet right now. Very nice and fresh, looking good. Some nice little pieces there, and I'm just going to get those organized, and I'm going to just spice them up, and then they're going to go straight into the pan. Turning the stove on right now till halfway. You don't need it very hot, and I'm just going to use some virgin olive oil spray on a non-stick pan. Easy to maneuver, easy to use around. Next, just putting some nice seasoning on there, a little bit of a seafood type of feel to it, and doesn't need much. You don't want to overdo it. We are going to put some salt and pepper on at the end. There you go. Now that they're seasoned, they'll be ready to go into the pan over here, which is now getting nice and hot. Okay, let's get the fish and put it on the pan. Now I'm putting it seasoned side down, and as I said, the pan's not too hot. A little bit of a sizzle coming up, not too much, because you don't want to overdo it. It cooks very quickly. Beautiful. Listen to that nice little frying sound coming out of that. Beautiful. Look at that. Lovely. Get all the pieces on there. Now that that's done, guys, and it's starting to cook, wow, the aromas are already starting to come up. I'm going to now put some seasoning on the other side. Here we go. Beautiful. As I said, and again, not too much. And this seasoning's actually got a tiny little bit of garlic in it. I can smell that coming through beautifully. So that really makes it nice. You can get a whole bunch of these seasonings for seafood. This one's just a very nice, it's got a little bit of a tangy, spicy taste to it. And just putting it on there right now, beautiful. Yum. All right, let's cook it through. You can see it's starting to cook nicely through there. The pan's not too hot, very important. So that's the key. Time for its first little turn. I don't like to overcook things, so get that taste, that really nice taste. You can see how beautiful that's starting to look. And those little tiny morsels that we pulled off, little pieces, the little giblets are there as well, which is really nice. Look at those, looking really cool. Ever wondered what you use the bottom of your butter for? Well, there you go. There's a use for it every time. I like real butter, so I actually kept this just for this particular dish, and I don't want to put too much on because obviously butter's not that healthy, but I'm just going to dribble it on just to give it a little bit of a buttery taste. I don't want to drown it in butter. That's not good for your cholesterol, and also may take away a little bit of the health of the fish. But there we go, a little bit of butter there. Yum. Right, get the lemon. Let's chop it. So we've got a few pieces that we can just squeeze over there. I'm going to use the whole lemon, of course, because I've got no use for it other than this. So there you go, and you've got your lemon ready to go. So almost done right now, and it's time to add a little bit of lemon. So let's do that. Just a little bit on the top, not overdo it again. Too much will just be overdoing it, and it'll burn in the pan. So just a little bit of lemon just to get it going. There we go. Wonderful. It steams up a little bit like that. Now it's time to get this on the plate. Looks really good. Just making sure it's cooked all the way through. Little bit pink, and we can start plating it now. Just the little pieces. Doesn't need to be fancy after a day fishing. Presentable is nice, of course. Just making sure, look at it, it's cooked all the way beautifully through. Nice and white, not pink anymore. This is absolutely some of the best tasting fish you can get. So taking those out now. Very nice. Wonderful. Look at that as it's come out. Okay, guys, and a little bit of salt and pepper. Now, these are quite easy to pick up after you fish, and just get that ground pepper on there, because that's not too much. You don't want to kill the flavor of the fish. Beautiful. That's just right. And then you've got your salt, just a tiny tad. That's all you need. Well, that looks absolutely delicious. Now I'm just going to make the salad quickly. So here's a nice Caesar salad and a lot of beautiful greens to go with that, and stunning, very healthy for you. Beautiful salad dressing, just drizzle that on now. Lovely. Oh, a little bit of the fish, why not? There we go. Stunning. And just finally a little drizzle of the rest of that lemon just going onto that fish now, and on the salad as well. Look at that, beautiful. And voila guys, there it is. Wonderful flathead, very, very simply done. Beautiful, flaky, it's very fragrant, smells amazing. You've got your beautiful salad next to it over there, some lovely lemon juice, wow. And after a great day's fishing, what a treat. I can't wait to get into it, yes. Yum guys, this is absolutely sensational fish, beautiful, light, scrumptious, very fresh tasting, zingy, zangy, and every way you want it. Absolutely perfect. I love it. What a treat after a great day's fishing. What a great day we had out there. We went up the Coolum Creek and we went to find those fish that were situated in there. Now, there is plenty of good quality fish up there. You gotta know where to look for them though. It's kind of tricky, but if you work hard and you get a lot of baits out there, especially ones that are working like the one I used, you're gonna get your fish for yourself. Now, those weren't the only fish I caught. I caught lots of small flathead, lots of smaller bream as well. So we expand on that as the day went, and then we dropped out and we got that wonderful jewfish on the end. And for my critics that say I can't use the sounder, well, I don't know. That's what happened there. I was reading the sounder to find the fish. You can see the fish on the bottom, you can see the activity around that, and we got that fish. Proof is in the pudding, guys. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Can't wait to see you all on the water again. Upcoming stuff up here, you can check the Up the Creek 7 and what we did to break down leading into Up the Creek 8 right now. I'm also going to South Africa in a week, and I'm going to be doing some filming out there, hopefully for some river fly fishing, which is something I really want to do. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Stay tuned, and we'll see you on the water soon. Cheers.